Hey everybody, and welcome back to In Search of Flavor. Not sure what this is, but welcome back. Episode 2, video 2, whatever you want to call it. It's good to see all of your smiling YouTube faces out there, even though I can't see them. Today we are going to look at a quick bread, a versatile member of the quick bread family. Why did I say it like that? Quick bread. It's just quick bread. Why not just say quick bread? It's a versatile member of the quick bread family. But before we look at it, let's roll it. So this loaf definitely falls into what I would call the big bucket of flavor. Notice I said this little loaf was versatile. That's because this little baby can be augmented with all sorts of tasty goodness. You can throw in chocolate chips, my personal favorite, and what we'll be doing today. Chocolate chips, you can throw in dried fruit, you can throw in nuts. Sky's the limit. Use your imagination. Toss stuff in there, bake it, and see how it comes out. This is one versatile little loaf, folks. And what is this versatile loaf, you say? It is the banana bread. Yep, the lowly banana bread, the one that we all see in the delis. We're getting our coffee. Now I think, oh, it's banana bread. Don't even think one thing about it. Did you know that February 23rd is National Banana Bread Day? What did you do in your town to celebrate National Banana Bread Day, I ask? Probably nothing. People don't even know it's Banana Bread Day, but they should, because this tasty little loaf is some goodness, and we are going to make one here today. Well, let's go. The first thing we need to do to get off to banana breaddom, if that's actually a place, is turn on our oven. So make your way to your friendly neighborhood oven. Oven, bake, 350, start. And we're off to the ingredients. The ingredients are pretty straightforward. The only two potential changes maybe you want to make, one is with the flour. You could use all-purpose flour or you can use whole wheat flour. I tend to use all whole wheat. Some people use a mixture of the two. I like all whole wheat because of the way the finished loaf looks, and I also like the way that it tastes. And maybe, if I'm lucky, it reduces the calories a little bit and it's a little healthier. But come on people, this is a banana bread, so if you want healthy, have a salad. The second place where you can make a change is with the oil. The bread needs the oil to have that nice moist mouthfeel, but it does add a lot of calories. To help reduce that a little bit, I use applesauce. So 50-50, and the bread, still great. So before we begin the cooking portion of our program, let's take a moment to consider the lowly banana. Pretty looking fruit, certainly tasty. Comes in its own little packaging. Stick it in your pocket, take it on a day trip. One of the things that's nice about the banana is the nutritional value and the levels of potassium. That way, if you're out working out and stuff, and you're cramping up, you just fire down a couple of bananas and you're good to go, right? Bananas, they got lots of potassium. Who the heck is that? Just a minute. Who the heck is this? Yes?
My cat.
Benny Banana?
Just call me Benny. Listen, Jack, if you're gonna do a show about bananas, the least you can do is get your information right. You don't want to be sharing information that's wrong. It's fake news, fake banana news, banana propaganda. You read me? You read me?
What do you mean? I just was giving information to my viewers about the banana.
Yeah, the wrong information. I hear what you're telling your viewers. Potassium, high in potassium. Bananas have only 8% of the recommended daily allowance of potassium. Did you know that, Jack? Did you know that? There are lots of common foods that beat the banana. Spinach, potatoes, soybeans, lots of common foods.
Listen, Benny, you're a fruit. Should you be smoking?
Yeah, you sound like my ex-wife. Now listen up while I bestow some more banana knowledge upon you.
Listen, Betty, I appreciate all the information, but I got a show to make. I gotta go, okay? Thanks for the info.
I got more banana knowledge to give you. I got banana knowledge, lots of it. More banana knowledge.
Who knew bananas made house calls? Sorry for the interruption, Benny. Anyway, nutritional value of bananas, maybe he's right. Maybe it doesn't have as much potassium as a lot of people say, but it's still a darn tasty treat in my book. Let's move on to the gear you are going to need to assemble your banana bread. I like to use 2 bowls, one for the wet ingredients, one for the dry. And we do bring them together, but initially they are separate. You will also need a spoon and a whisk. If you don't have a whisk, that's fine. Use 2 spoons. Or use 1 spoon if you want to wash it halfway through. Also, a potato masher, which also makes a very good banana masher, I might say. So it's good to have one of these around the house. That's good. You're also going to need some way to chop up your chocolate chips. I have this little blender thingy here. Put a little stick on there and zip, zip, zip. You want to use a knife and a cutting board, however you cut up your chips, you can. You can leave them whole, but they tend to sink a little bit to the bottom of the bread during baking. That's why I like to chop them up. And you will need a 9-inch loaf pan, greased. And last but not least, you will need an oven. If you don't have an oven, I can't help you. Let's get to assembly. Okay, so with our banana bread happily baking away in our 350-degree oven, we can turn our attention, what the devil? Benny, if you don't get out of here, I'm going to call the cops on you. Sorry. Turning our attention back to the banana bread, it is a quick bread like we have mentioned. And you may think to yourself, what's a quick bread? Great question. Let's answer it. So to understand what a quick bread is, maybe it's helpful to also understand what a yeast bread is. A yeast bread is leavened with, well, yeast. As you can see by my little drawing here, this is my little piece of dough. I've never seen a square piece of dough, but roll with me here. It's the internet, it's YouTube. So I have my dough and I have sugar and I have my little yeast guy who's eating the sugar and releasing CO2 and alcohol. That CO2 is being captured by the dough and it's causing the bread to rise. Quick breads don't work like this at all. In quick breads, we use baking powder and baking soda, and we add either an acid or moisture or both to cause a chemical leavening process where it releases CO2 and causes the bread to rise. That's the difference between the two breads. The chemical leavening process was created somewhere around the mid-1800s, and it worked out really well because during the Civil War, there weren't a lot of people around who had the skill set to do this kind of bread. So quick breads were created, they're easy to reproduce, they require a little skill to do, and that's what a quick bread is, and the difference between a quick bread and a yeast bread. And look at that. In video time, it's been an hour. Let's go check the banana bread. Once the time is up, it is time to check our banana bread for doneness. First thing we can do is just touch the top to see if it's firm, and this is firm. Next thing you want to do is whip out your blade and do your best Jason Voorhees. And see if your blade comes out clean. If it comes out clean, this is good to go. So I am going to don said oven mitt and vacate the oven. Adios, oven. Okay, once our banana bread is out of the oven, it's important that we leave it in the pan for 10 minutes till it cool off before we shake it out onto a cooling rack.
10 minutes later.
After 10 minutes has passed, pull out your trusty blade and go around the outside of the bread to make sure that it's not sticking at all to the pan. And then go ahead and turn it out onto your hand. And there we go, a luscious looking banana bread. So there you have it. That brings us to the end of our journey to the land of banana bread. I think you would say that we have triumphantly returned with a moist, luscious looking loaf where you just want to sit down and eat it all up. One of the things you could do is share it with your friends and family, or you could just keep it for yourself. Why not? One of the things you could do is just double the recipe and freeze a loaf. That way you have some in the freezer for later consumption. That's awfully clever. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, why not go ahead and subscribe? We're going to have great stuff coming along, new videos coming all the time, and you wouldn't want to miss any of the goodness right here on In Search of Flavor. Because really, what else is there? So why not subscribe? Come on, it's good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. So tell me, Mr. Banana, about your feelings of inadequacy. Did you feel as though your mother didn't hug you enough as a child? Was there something in your childhood, potentially, that was wrong?
Nah, I can't blame my mother for anything to do with this, Doc. She had a whole bunch of bananas to deal with. I was just one of the bunch. There was 15 of us. What was I supposed to do? Have a hug from my mother every day? The thing about it is, Doc, it used to be that everybody would say, oh, Mr. Banana, come on inside and have a cup of coffee. Forget about it.